I'm sorry.
All right, we have a team, head coach Brenda Friesen and Sally. So we'll start and then we'll take some questions here the rest of the student athletes.
Yeah, what a fun game. Just really impressed with this group's poise and composure to withstand Iowa's run to get a really great road win in a really tough environment. This is a tough stretch for us, and we're just trying to stack days with all these conference games that we have in a row. But, I thought this group just found different ways to win. I loved our first half. We knew I was going to come back in that second half. They're too talented. They play too hard. But I thought KK and Shy were huge for us tonight. KK just her will to win, and Shy leading us, keeping us composed. And I thought Bree McDaniel was sensational on both ends. But for me personally, this is always a really special trip to be able to come home and connect with so many people that mean a lot to me. And getting to see my family and my high school coach and friends really means a lot. And so it's, this league is really, really tough. And, these guys are always going to be great for a long time. They're really talented.
Um, what did you guys learn about yourselves in this game? I don't know if you guys, this group has kind of been put in that possession, trying to fight off a team on the road as they're coming back like they did today. So I'm just curious, what did you guys learn about yourselves as a group?
Yeah, I think we got to be 10 points better on the road. I think obviously we built ourselves a great lead in the first half. Got to come out a little bit stronger in the third. But I think overall, I mean, we saw that we have great, even when we started losing the momentum, we kind of got it back in our favor. I mean, this is a tough place to play, and I think, we played really hard and we pulled it out.
And KK, what was the biggest difference between that first half when everything seemed to be clicking for you guys, and that second half where you kind of had to grind it out a little bit more?
Um, I think Iowa came out with the punch in the second half, but we know how to, get play through that. We're not gonna crumble from teams going on runs because that's just how basketball is. And I feel like we stay composed. We spoke in our huddles, stay together, just rebound to the little things, and I think we accomplished that.
Of all the Hawkeyes, which one would you say, or a couple would you say gave you the most trouble?
I mean, obviously, Lucy Olson is a great transfer for them. I mean, I think the best thing about Iowa is that they know how to play as a team and they know how to play hard. And I think that's what gets them so far.
During that second half, what are you kind of talking to players chipping away and getting a little bit closer?
Yeah, I was disappointed in our defense. I thought Iowa ramped up their defensive intensity, and we got a little um, it caught us off guard. I thought, the whistles got a lot tighter, so we needed to adjust to that. I thought our poising and our composure wasn't great. We hit a lot of threes in the first half, and you knew we couldn't be married to that for the entire game. And then I thought we got a little bit too one-on-one. I think we were all intentionally trying to do our best to make a play for one another, but credit that was Iowa's defense and loading up, and then we finally were able to make just enough plays.
How important was Bree off the bench?
Bree was huge, both ends of the floor with her defense. We were able, I mean, with our depth, being able to give Lucy a lot of different looks defensively with Bree and Shy and Mir, and so that was big. But both ends of the floor, I thought she was really confident on the offensive end. Positive assist to turnover ratio for her, she was massive.
Different scouting report than you've had of Iowa in the last 3 years or so. New players. in the freshman class, the new players.
Yeah.
What did you see on the scouting report? Maybe what did you see in person?
Yeah, I told Jan I'm really impressed what she's done with this team, and to have that type of confidence in your freshmen, and they're playing above the level of most freshmen, in conference play. So that doesn't bode well for the rest of us for the future, but they're really, really good, and you can see the trust level she has, that depth. I thought that wore us out in the second half. Their depth was even greater than what we had, being able to get Stolke in foul trouble, but they really didn't, miss a beat because of their depth that they have.
Which how do you like turn?
I thought, we anticipated really well. I thought, you saw when KK ran me over on the sideline, she was, just the sideline press break we were able to take away. I thought we were able to get to the 50-50 balls a little bit more. And then I thought that changed in the second half. I thought they dug our dribble a little bit more, and got more of those plays, their hands on the ball. But I thought that allowed us to be successful in the first half.
Not many people are able to come into Carver and go a 46-21 lead in the first half. What stood out to you in particular, maybe on either side of the ball, that you felt like you did well?
Well, I think, they shared with me, we went, I couldn't feel it, but we went 8 minutes, I think, in that second quarter where they didn't score. That's massive to go on the road. It says a lot about this team, because your offense isn't going to fall all the time, and being on the road, you've got to be able to have that defensive intensity. So that was huge for us.
I guess never stop learning. What did you learn from last season? Because it was such an outlier for your program.
Yeah, you know, there's probably a lot of factors that go into that. I think, you saw we were able to, recruit out of the portal very heavily. We were able to go and, find more players that kind of fit this Maryland roster with athleticism and rebounding. These are different times now with the portal and being able to find those fits. So I can't say enough about our staff. I thought we were really intentional in the pieces we went after. Last year's team fought to be able to get us into the tournament, but these pieces that we were able to get this year really fit the style of play that we wanted to have.
Looked like Shy drew 8 fouls today, and it helped contribute to the foul trouble that Iowa was in. Was that something that was something that your team is trying to generate for today?
Yeah, when you look at her and KK drew 6, I mean, that's who they are. They're really, really good at drawing fouls, and you need to be able to have that on the road to get to the free throw line 22 times. And so that was a big factor as well.
The crowd's obviously stuck with it to the end. What does that say about the culture that Lisa Luder and now Jan Jensen has built here?
Yeah, I love it, growing up here and, coming to camp here in Carver, and just seeing where the game has gone, and you can see the success obviously that Iowa had with their back-to-back Final Four runs, and Caitlin, and then just to continue. This is who the Midwest is. This is who Iowa is. It's just have a room full of media supporting the team as well as the fans, and they never left early. They were there through the whole time, but they're a massive X factor. This is a really hard place to come in and play, and it used to not be that way. So it says a lot about Lisa. Really happy for her and her retirement, but she created this, and Jan, they haven't missed a beat with Jan, and rightly so, with her by her side for all those years. Jan's done a phenomenal job.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.